I've been working on this new scene over here. This is at Brockton. So here's the town or the interchange area at Brockton. If we go west, this is a new scene I'm working on. Initially, I was going to model Harbor Creek over here and have the Route 6 underpass, and I had that here in one of my previous layout updates. But when I went to do plaster on it, it just wasn't a very well built scene, and that showed when I went to go to do the plaster. It's poor construction was showing. So I ripped the whole thing out, as you can see here. So here's the completed area, and I ripped the whole thing out. I'm gonna model an actual underpass here in Brockton, so this is a little more geographically correct, but these are 3D printed underpasses that my brother made. They look really good, and they're pretty true to the prototype. They looked almost exactly right. So this is gonna be Lake Avenue here. This is gonna be Slippery Rock Creek. And to the temporary in place here. And initially I had it like this. It was flat all the way across here, then it came down for the road underpass. Looking at pictures and looking at the prototype, the tracks are running on a fill here. So I ripped the whole thing out to more accurately model that fill. So this is kind of how I do it. You can see here in the road in the creek, and then over here where I have this cardboard at, this is kind of like a guide, you could say, for the cardboard strips that I cut out. So I cut out a whole bunch of cardboard strips. This is sponsored by Bath & Body Works, this video. But anyway, I cut these cardboard kind of like fascia out, and then I'm gonna glue the strips in place, you know, all the way up and all the way over here. And then same thing in between here. I might add an extra fascia looking thing in between here, might be necessary. But anyway, I cut them out, and then it kind of forms itself. The hillside kind of forms itself, and then I layer it with, you can see over here, I have plaster cloth. With the plaster cloth, I can show over here, I have the Sculptamold, and then eventually the paint. This over here is this is the most complete. That's not saying much. There's still a lot work to be done over here, but it's a slow work in progress. And if I do a quick video just showing how my scenery process or my terrain process in motion. Something I broke a record. I won't go too much into it, but again, this is so important for modeling terrain, and many people don't do it. And again, I think when this is going to be all done, having the scene look like this versus the whole layout looking like that, where it's just a big piece of plywood, which I see way too much on other people's layouts, it makes the terrains look so much more realistic, because that's how the earth actually is. There is terrain on the earth. It's not all flat. Anyway, let's do a very quick video just showing how I'm doing that, just some overall progress, which there isn't much. Again, it's just been a little bit of paint over here. Hopefully I can get some more of this done. I'm gonna do paint. I'm gonna make my own ground cover out of actual dirt, so I need to go through and go about that process. But yeah, so I'm gonna do some paint over here. I think I'm gonna use a different color paint, but aside from that, not too much has been done on the layout. But now that it's summer and working on my schedule and everything else, I should have a lot more time to work on the layout than I have had in the past. So I'm hoping by the end of the summer I can have some pretty substantial progress made in the layout, and it could be a little more presentable, because right now it's kind of a mess and it's not too much fun. I mean, I enjoy running trains on it, but it'd be a lot more interesting if I had actual scenery. So that's all for now. Bye.